Good morning, Dr. Gary here on the road. We sell dental practices nationwide. The name of our company is Healthcare Practice Sales LLC, and our phone number is 201-663-0935. Our website is dentalpracticeguide.com. So anyway, today's topic is discussing the confidentiality of a non-disclosure agreement, or when you have a letter of intent, that information on there, although it's non-binding, is still confidential. So let's talk about that. Anyway, we now are in 19 states. We have 8 employees. Very soon, I believe, we're going to have 11 employees, or 10 or 11 employees, and we'll be expanding to multiple other states. We're almost there, right at the edge of it. We just completed one of our larger projects, so we can spend some time focusing. And we're excited about it. So right now, all the information you're about to hear is for informational purposes only, entertainment. It is not business or legal advice. We work 363 days a year. We take off Christmas and Easter, and we'll answer the phone from 7:30 a.m. to 9:30 p.m. on the East Coast time. But essentially, we answer the phone every day. So we're excited to help you. If you're a seller and you need help, we can assist you, make a free evaluation of your office. If you're thinking about selling to a DSO, there is no commission that we charge to a DSO, because we bring in some of the, we're independent, but we'll pick and choose which DSO we think would be helpful for you. And we work with some of the largest ones in the country. And it just works out great. So there'll be no commission for you when we bring a DSO in. And also for the legal fees, often the legal fees are reimbursed at closing, so we get your legal fees often reimbursed, depending on certain criteria. So we're here to help you, and it's 201-663-0935, and our website is dentalpracticeguide.com. So give us a call. Even if you just want to chat, we'll be happy to give you some free information and share it with you. So anyway, today's topic is about the restrictive covenant. It's a confidential document. Now, when letter of intent. Letter of intent is a confidential document. When you receive one of those, the information on there is all confidential. You could share it with your accountants, your attorneys, your banks, but all the other information is of confidential nature. You can't shop that deal. Once they give that to you, they're asking you to keep this information confidential to you, yourself, and your professionals. You can't take that and go shopping to another DSO. Let's say it was a DSO or another private buyer. You can't go around and just shop the deal. You can't do that. You got a confidential document, even though it's non-binding. You can't do that, because what happens sometimes is some of the sellers think, oh, they're going to outsmart everybody. They're going to take your letter of intent and just go to all the other companies and say who could do better. The problem is, you'll always find somebody who can do better. But what does that mean, can do better? What does it really mean in reality? It means they're just trying to get your business, and they'll say yes to everything. So maybe yes in an upfront fashion, they'll say. But on the back end, what the company's like and whatever they promise you in stock or benefits, whatever, they may not develop. And something just happened to us like that. One doctor thought he was outsmarting everybody. He took the deal from the one company and shopped the other deal, and they just kept upping him and kept beating the deal. But ultimately, it wound up they couldn't support it on the back end. So it's a problem. So once again, when you have received that letter of intent, it's confidential. You cannot shop it around, and you shouldn't do it anyway, because if it's another good company, most likely they're going to have a similar offer. Most likely, especially when it comes to a DSO, because they'll have already figured out what your EBIT is, your net profit, and they're all going to do a factor of it, whether it's 5 factor, 6 factor, sometimes 7 factor, but they're going to be within that range. If it's a single practice, it'll probably be only 5, 5.5, 6 times your net profit. And but then what does that company have to offer? You know, some of them did better than they ever did before in the pandemic. They're such a good company. Others of them have a national presence and they have the financials to support that, and they'll never have a problem, even if we have an issue to come up with, whether we hit a terrible recession or depression. I don't know what's going to happen. We're in November of 2021. Anything could happen, just like the pandemic happened. I think something bad will happen financially soon at some time, maybe in the next year or two. So you got to be aware of that. You stick, whoever company, you try to negotiate the best deal you can. You cannot shop the deal. You cannot take your letter of intent and go try to find out other buyers. And it'll work out against you anyway, because you'll try to find another buyer and you got the buyer, and then you start negotiating, and then the first buyer is pissed and they drop out, and then you lost the first buyer. You think you got the second buyer, and the second buyer drops out when you really find out what they have to offer. And now you lose it on the first and the second. So you're in a lose-lose situation. You don't want that happening. But it's something to be aware of. And it does happen, and I see doctors happening to do it, and they think they're outsmarting everybody. Be aware of that. It's a confidential letter of intent. All right? Call us anytime. We're pulling into the winter time here. I can't wait to get to the warm weather again. Bye now.